Hi guys, it's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. I know I promised you ages and ages ago I would do a comparison for you on the MISTI versus the Hampton Art stamp press versus the Tim Holtz tonic stamp press. Or stamp platform, I should say. So here we are. This is that comparison. Now I haven't actually got my Hampton Art one to hand. It's actually loaded in the boot of my car because I've been using it for workshops. I'll come back to that point in a bit, but we're going to basically compare these two, which are the main two on the market, I would say anyway, the leading two out there. Now, I know the Tim Holtz one has been out a while now, but we've been using it and absolutely loving it. I'll be honest with you, this isn't actually mine, this is Shani's. I've still stuck with using my MISTI, or more often than not, the Hampton Arts one. But I'll give you the main comparisons anyway. Now these two are both a good size. The Hampton Art one is actually a tiny bit smaller. If you've watched my first video, which I'll link down below, you'll see the difference between the Hampton Art and this one. I actually, value for money wise, recommend that you buy the Hampton Art one. The MISTI is great, I absolutely love it, but it is, in my opinion, overpriced for what it is. So therefore, if you can get your hands on the Hampton Arts one, it's less than half the price and it does as good a job, and it's only a fraction smaller, so there's really not much difference between the two, but the money difference means, you know, that it's worth going out and getting the Hampton Art one if you can. But the MISTI I love, use it all the time. I haven't had any trouble with the hinges that I thought I might have. It's been really good, a good machine. I use this a lot. They get taken to and from my workshop, so lugged around every week, put into crates in the back of the car, you know, and loaded up, and it's been brilliant, as has the Hampton Arts one. But we have been using this, as I say, this is Shani's. She's been using it a lot more than I have, so I'm kind of going with what she's had to say about this as well. When I've picked this up and used it, it works well, I have to say. It's very convenient having the lid that flips over so that you can change it from clear or rubber stamps. It's really nice having this little lip here, which helps you to pick up the lid. This sometimes on the MISTI can be a little bit awkward just to sort of find that. There's no lip or finger grip there at all, whereas this is nice and easy. It's solid, it stamps well, your rubber stamps and clear stamps stick nicely on the top. It's slightly, the downside to me, or to me and Shani, is, well, two things. One, it's very heavy. So when you're low, it weighs probably, I would say, almost double what this weighs. It's a quite a heavy, solid machine. Now I know that means that it's nice and sturdy and it sits nicely on your desk and you can stamp. And you can, if you're only going to keep this on your desk, it's brilliant. It's really good machine. I absolutely love it. For me, who loads it in and out my car, takes it to workshops all the time, this one is a bit heavy to carry around. It's not easy and light and can be sort of thrown in and easy to take. It's a sort of quite big, cumbersome and heavy machine. So I find the other one's better for carrying or moving around. But this one is a great one for sitting on your desk. The other thing, which I have to say I hadn't noticed but Shani picked up on, was that you don't get a pad of paper inside here. Now I haven't got the paper in this one, but you can get a MISTI pad of paper that sits in there. When it gets dirty, you just rip a sheet off and then it's all nice and clean and ready to go again. This one doesn't have that. The magnets have stuck on the bottom, look. It doesn't have that, but of course you can cut a piece of paper down and put it in there, so it's no real big deal, but it is nice to get that grid paper that comes with the MISTI. But this is really good, and again, it's cheaper than the MISTI, so it's a great alternative. It sits nicely, it stamps nicely, the magnets are nice and strong, you've got measurements in both centimetres and inches, which is nice, that's definitely a plus. I personally work in centimetres, so for the MISTI to only have inches is a bit annoying sometimes, so it is nice that you can get centimetres. Having said that, they're quite a long way from where you line your paper up, so you know that the mark is all the way up here and you're trying to line up down here, so you can't be 100% accurate anyway, but it's okay, at least they're on there. It would have been nice if they'd done inches one side and then centimetres on the edge of another side, so it would make it easier to line things up. But it's me being picky and trying to find fault. Overall, it's a good machine, good solid weight, works well, does sit nicely on your desktop and doesn't slip around because you've still got that sort of non-slip mat on there, and it does its job perfectly. Again, it's cheaper than the MISTI. We actually sell this one in our shop, so I will link it down below. Half the price of the MISTI and a good all-rounder. But yeah, if you're going to carry it around all the time, just think about the fact that it is extra weight and it's quite big to carry somewhere. So that's it, a sort of quick my review of it. I know it's not a major review, but I'm only telling you from how we've been using it and how it works for us. I hope it's helpful to some of you. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.